and welcome. This is Preeti. Today's card, we're going to feature this new card set called Swim Party, and I'm going to use the stamp and dies for this. I've already gone ahead and chosen some of the elements or images from the stamp set, and I have stamped it using Memento Black Tuxedo ink, which is a Copic friendly ink. And I'm just going to color them very simply, in a very simple manner. I'm going to mention all the colors that I've used for these images in the description box below, so you know exactly what I've used. Of course, you can use any mediums that you're comfortable with. I'm the most comfortable with Copics, and it's faster for me rather than doing watercolor, which takes a little time, which I do enjoy anyways. As I said, I'm keeping the coloring very simple, though I've kept the whole coloring for you to see. I have sped it up quite a bit just because I didn't want you to be sitting here and watching me color for the next 40 minutes, because it does take me a little while to color, because I do take some time to color them, and I enjoy this particular portion of making card because coloring to me is therapy, and I really enjoy it. Anyway, as I said, this stamp set is brand new, which was released on May 15th, and the May 15th release has some really beautiful summer related stamp sets, and I'm going to feature quite a few cards in the next few weeks for you to see. Anyway, as I was blathering along, I did finish coloring, and I went ahead and die cut these images using the coordinating dies that come along with this set. I've also taken the new Stacked Arches die set, and I've gone ahead and selected one of the arch. I have cut this mint color cardstock about a quarter of an inch smaller than the card base. The card base here I'm using is 5 by 7, so this is a larger card, unlike the usual small A2 card that we make. So here you can see I'm just going to, but when you die cut this arch, it does not cut the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a ruler and an X-Acto knife, and I'm going to go across it and cut it. And while I did this, my hand slipped, and I really made a boo-boo there, but I will fix it. This card has so many. It was hilarious. It was a card filled with errors, but I kept all the errors to just show you how you can fix them. And you don't really need to start all over again. Most of the cards you can really fix, and this is one of them. So you can see there that little scratch. I don't know if you can see it. So I have gone ahead and stamped and embossed this sentiment, which is also from this stamp set, and it's called Friends, Sun, Sand and Sea. That sounds like summer to me, on a black cardstock. So before I adhere that, I also want to do some background inking. So I'm just going to trace where I have created this arched window with a pencil, and I'm going to erase it lightly so that it just leaves a slight marking for me to see where exactly that window is. I don't want to be coloring the entire place, so I just wanted to make sure I have a space. I know where exactly I want to color. And I've gone ahead and taken two Distress Oxide ink, and the ones that I'm using here is the Cracked Pistachio and Tumbled Glass. And I'm going to be very splotchy with the coloring. You can see here some spots are dark, so it's not a smooth blending. I'm just adding color, pretty much very splotchy. I am using the dauber, I'm pressing the dauber down, and that's intentional. And then I'm also sprinkling some water to create some oxidation, that creates some spots in the Distress Oxide. And then you can see that window. So it's just to show that the movement in the water. So the idea is to create a window into the underwater scene. And then I'm taking some foam adhesive here, and I'm going to adhere that exactly in the center of the card base. Now you can definitely make this into a shaker card as well, but I did not do. I just wanted it to be an arched window. And so here you can see I'm just adding that sentiment, and that took care of that cut that I made with the X-Acto knife. Then I took all the elements that I have colored and die cut, and I've placed them in creating a scene. So I have the shark at the bottom, and then I have a little octopus or a jellyfish scuba diving, and I'm just adding elements just to make that scene look pretty. And I also added a fish hook because I'm thinking it's summertime, somebody is definitely fishing. Anyway, here I started to add some bubbles using this black gel pen, and right here you can see that black gel pen did not want to work. So I had to look and change another color, to another pen. So I found another black micro tip pen and I did that same thing, and I added bubbles in black. My idea was to create a black bubble outline and then fill it up with white ink. And here I'm taking some acrylic Posca pen in white, and this pen gave me some trouble. So I squeezed the pen out there and I'm just dipping it in that ink, and I just filled up the still filled up the bubble. And here I went a little bold and I pressed it on the paper, and you can see that huge blob that it created. That was the second error. As I told you, there's so many, but I wasn't ready to give up. So what I did, I just stamped another fish, colored it another color, and then adhered it right where that bubble is, and that took care of that problem. But then I realized, oh my goodness, these elements are all in the three in an arch. I need one more element to kind of balance it. So I took this goggles and I colored it, and then I die cut that and adhered it, thinking that maybe the child who's fishing up on the beach lost his goggle and that's floating into the deep sea. I don't know. I was imagining, I was having fun. It was a lot of fun creating this card. And there you can see now it makes sense for me to have it quite balanced. And then I wanted to add some clear bubbles. And here what happened, I did not realize that the ink, white ink, had gotten onto that black paper. So I just took a black marker and I just got over that and I cleaned that up. As I said, I was not ready to start over because it was such a cute card. So I just kept correcting, and I kept all these things for you to see, just for you to see that you don't have to really undo everything. And here is the finished look of this card, and I really hope you enjoyed this card. You have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.